The following review is going to be on Transformers 1 Mainline Prime Changer figure Optimus Prime / Orion Pax. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today we're doing the fourth of our what I call Wave 1 set of the Transformers 1 Mainline figures. This is Optimus Prime / Orion Pax, Transformers 1 logo, and he's packed in robot mode. There's a picture of him in his vehicle mode. It is a Prime Changer, or I call it Deluxe class. There's the movie poster. Optimus Prime Orion Pax is in 20 steps. He can hold the Matrix. Figure includes 2 pieces with his axe. There is the UPC. And, alright, now, one thing I want to do. Now, there's a lot of confusion out there. Once you see this guy in the store, it is possible to open up the chest piece and you'll see the Matrix. It does come out. Now, the Studio Series, the Matrix is in a bag behind the figure with all the other accessories. But in this figure, it is not. Trust me, I have both of them. So, I have both figures. I've done reviews on, this will be on both figures now. So, the Matrix is in the chest and is easy accessible. So, you want to make sure you have the axe and his Matrix. Alright, now let's get this guy out of the package and see what he is. Alright, now, first we'll take a look at the axe. It's pretty cool. Those look like his fingers. So it looks like he's got his hand and he's grabbing the axe. So you've got, let's see, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 fingers. And that's the 5mm port. Not a big deal. And then you have the instruction booklet. Now, this omits the very important first step, taking it out of the box. But you got the axe goes in the hand. And then you have the Matrix taken out of his chest, and he can hold the Matrix. And then you have the smokestacks coming out of his hands for guns. And then you have the transformation. Okay? That's all set. Now let's look at the figure. So, the axe just goes on the hand, and you can have Optimus Prime wield the axe. Now, it looks like there is a blast effect. Yep, right at the end of the axe is a blast effect. Sorry about that. That's Jazz, my dog. So the axe is blast effect compatible. How many people are going to tell you that? And when you take the gun out, or the smokestack, and you put the smokestack in the hand, and that is also blast effect compatible. So you've got a axe that I don't know what that means, but you got the axe and you've got the smokestacks. All right, and we'll play around with that later. All right, so stand him up. Whoops, wrong side. All right, now the smokestacks. And I like how they do it. This and the other one. I don't know why it took them this long to make Optimus Prime smokestacks attachable in his guns. Don't understand that. And they just go right in there. And let's look at that axe again real quick. It's hard to get off. We'll look at all the detailing and stuff. It's pretty cool. And then it's got, let's take it off. And for storage, which it doesn't even tell you in the instruction booklet, does it? Oh yeah, the axe. No, it doesn't. Nowhere in here does it tell you to put the axe. You've got a tab right there, and you have a tab on each side, and lo and behold, it fits perfectly. So Optimus can hold his axe in robot mode. And this doesn't have it at all in the back, does it? Nope. They must have left that little part out. But he can hold his axe. Like I said, that tab does nothing except hold his axe. Alright, now let's do the face sculpt. It looks more like a Bayverse Optimus Prime face sculpt than the actual movie. I wanted a movie faceplate Optimus Prime without the faceplate, but an Optimus Prime face, Orion Pax. So, always you got the blue windshield up front, and you got see part of the grill, smokestacks. You actually see the wheels on this guy. He's got little coaster wheels there and here, so he does roll. Going down, you got the gray right here, and then you got the silver. If you notice, the the thighs are silver, and then you got the gray. So that's a little different. They could have been the same ones. Then you got the leg. You still have the Optimus Prime design running down the leg. You got the wheels on the side. You turn him around, and he's very flat. I mean, the only hollow part is right there in the hands, but he is a deluxe price figure. You know, a little hollow back here, but you can't tell. And the legs are solid. So, all in all, a pretty good figure. Let's see. You move his head 360 degrees, and he can look all the way up for transformation. He can look down. The arms you can do 360 degrees. Now, if you pop them out too much, they fall off. It's just ball and socket. So you can only got that far. Hands or the elbows 360 degrees. And the hands can't fold in because, I mean, they can't rotate because they fold in. You have a little waist rotation. Let's see if we move this out. Oh yeah, so waist rotation is very limited. Here's the other arm. So the leg, he can kick up that high. He can kick that back. Not much on the thigh rotation, just because it moves on that ball joint. He does have knee rotation, 360 degrees. About 90-degree bend. And there is nothing on the feet, which is a bummer. But he is a $19.99 figure. So you're not going to have that much. And, alright, that is Optimus Prime. And what you want to do is you put this in here. And so, all in all, he's a good figure. He's very small compared to, like, Bumblebee, which you'll see in a minute. Which is a shame. They could have made this guy a little more bulkier and still kept the $19.99 price point. Alright, let's do some comparisons now. Alright, first we'll start off with the Studio Series Deluxe. So, Studio Series Deluxe Prime. Prime Changer. Now, both be the same figure, but I'm going to call this my Orion Pax. This I'm going to call my Optimus Prime. They transform into basically the same truck, but the arms are completely different. The legs are completely different. Everything's different on this guy. So they kept some stuff the same, like the chest out stuff, but like the leg, you'll see what the difference is. So that is these two guys. And then we're going to bring out the Bumblebee. Now, Bumblebee looks like a lot bigger figure than Optimus. The head's bigger, the body's bigger. He just overall looks like a bigger figure. Or B-127. This is Sentinel Prime. These guys kind of look pretty good together. And then this is what I call Wave 1. And then Alpha Trion. So let's get the first of our figures together. So that is all our Transformer 1 figures so far. And I do like how they're stacking up. Okay, now they got Transformers 1 out of the way. Alright. This is the latest movie. We're going to bring in G1 Prime. Alright, to prove you that even though the engineering's improved, but the size, and this guy was like, that's a Walmart reissue. But that is G1 Prime. So this is the first movie, and that is the last movie. And then we got Prime in his Gamer Edition. So that's one Cybertronian mode. We're going to bring in the Siege Optimus, which was another take on a Cybertronian mode. It was the Earth mode with a few extra pieces. And then we're going to do Optimus Prime from the last movie, which is the Rise of the Beasts. So we can get all our Optimus Primes together. I didn't want to do none of the Bayverse movies. I wanted to stick with this general mode. So we're just going to join all our figures here for a nice little group shot. There we go. Alright, now to transform this guy. And before we transform him, we're going to take a look at the Matrix. So you're going to fold the chest up 1. Fold the chest up 2. And then you're going to grab here with your little nail, and you're going to get the Matrix out. Okay? And there's a little design in the Matrix chamber. It's not too much. We're going to fold all that back in. Now, this Matrix is different than any other Matrix because it's not a whole oval, or like it doesn't make the whole circuit. There's basically, it's 2 handles. So what you want to do is you want to get your Prime figure out here. Okay, and we're going to put that on one hand, and we're going to put that on the other hand. Now you may have to fold the hands in a little so you get what you want. And that one's done. And that one's done. And there you go. You got Optimus with the Matrix. And I love the light blue. It's pretty cool. Now, light our darkest hour. You've got the touch. You've got the power. And you can go all the way over his head. So that's pretty cool. And I'm going to lower it. So now, the Studio Series, you could actually see it in the chest, but this one you can't. So we're going to fold the Matrix out of the hands. Again, one last time. Now, when you put it away, you got the black sides like a little tab. So what you want to do is when you open up the Matrix chamber, you put the black tab in there. Basically, you snap it in, fold it once, fold it twice. And now you're back to Optimus Prime. Okay? Now we can transform him. Okay, to transform this guy, number 1 is we're going to fold the hands in and then rotate at the elbow 180 degrees. Okay? Do the same for the other side. Fold the hands in and rotate it around 180 degrees. Now, some reviewers have you do the legs next. The book has you do the top first, so we're going to do what the book says. Okay? So, I'm going to lift this up a little. And then we're going to take these arms and we're going to drop it. Now these will pop out. They always do. We're just going to pop this out. So we're just going to, let's see if we can do it very gently without popping the arm off. There. Okay. Next we're going to do is we're going to take his head and put his head like that. Okay. And we're going to pull this up. Alright. And what we're going to do is we're going to lean the whole front of the chest. We're going to lean it back like that. Okay? And then what you can do is rotate this around. And it pops off a lot. Alright, so what we want to do is bring these down all the way and turn them. Okay? So this is what they're supposed to look like. Alright, without the arms on. So the front of the car is coming together. Alright, then at this point you could act like you're pulling out the Matrix chest, and now you could swing this whole thing down. It'll fit right between that, and this will give more room for the top to close the door. Alright, now Now let's finish up the arms first, okay? Now you're gonna turn the arms. Now you've got this tab right here, and it's gonna go into this slot right there. Okay, so we're just gonna rotate the arms. Let's rotate these up, and then we're just going to, ta-da, do that arm, okay? So, we're going to get that tab into that slot. Alright, so now the front of the car is basically done. Now, the legs are the big difference between this and the Studio Series legs. So, you see this like the two wheels right here? That's when you separate this. Okay, now it's pegged in. There's a tab on the other side. So what you want to do is you want to push this that way while pulling back on the leg, like that. Okay, now what you're going to do is get this tab, you're going to go into that slot. So we're going to spin this around. Alright, you hear it click and close this. Now you'll see that gray tab into that slot. Okay, one foot's done. So again, come over here. You'll see where the two blue circles meet. Move this up, and you want to unpeg this. So rotate this around until it snaps in, and this slot and that peg go together. Okay, now what you're going to do is you got two tabs here at an angle. You can get these slots and put those tabs in these slots, and then this tab right here is going to go right there in the foot. So let's first do these. We'll move this up. We'll move the leg, the arm. Is this arm? Is it? Yeah, it should be tabbed in. Yes, it's tabbed in. So we got, alright, this is tabbed in all the way. This is the only hard part of the figure. So that one's in. And they're going to come over here, and that one's in. And then you're just going to peg that in, put this together. There, and rotate these around, and that is basically your Optimus Prime figure. Alright, and you have a big port right there, so you can just drop this in here. And actually, it'll fit. You see these two tabs? It'll fit right between here and the axe. So you can do that, drop that in. And now that is your Optimus Prime figure. So the hardest part is trying to get, see they popping out, these arms at an angle to fit inside here and stay. Alright, because the figure does not want to stay together. Alright, so that is your Optimus. Now he doesn't have any front lasers like the Studio Series it does. But there, so you've got the blue window, you got kind of like the front grille. This is very similar to the Studio Series figure. The rockets you can put backwards. Let's see, I'm not sure how these are going to fit, but you can put this here. Let's see, there, and that one here. So you can go whoosh, he's flying over ravines. Alright. But, so very different from the, very different yet some parts are the same according to the Studio Series figure. That is the side. The biggest difference is this is the feet. You rotate this whole feet around. The arms you fold up at 90 degrees instead of just grabbing the feet. The axe pretty much stays the same. And it's got 6 coaster wheels, which is pretty neat. So he does roll pretty good. And this thing fell off. So that is our Optimus Prime. Not bad. He does look a little funny with it going up like that, but still, I mean, it's a Cybertronian mode. What are you gonna do? And he does, like I said, these, I don't understand how you're supposed to get these to stay in. There. There. Because everything is compacted as much as it can be. And there is your Prime. Okay, now, for comparison, first we got to bring out the Studio Series version. Alright, so, from the front, they're very similar. This has more raised up top. Got the lights, the see-through window. Of course, you got all these guns. You know, he's supposed to be a better figure. The sideways is where it very differs a lot because the feet flip over, these don't. But you can still see the basic, you know, you got the thrusters, smokestacks. The feet, the back, you still keep the axe in the same area. There, basically he's Optimus Prime like that. And the feet rotate. So, same vehicle, just, I know the Studio Series is supposed to be more in depth. But, to me, you know, the Studio Series, the arms, see how they stay straight and they grab on. So you can see the hands there. You can see the hands here. But overall, not too bad. I mean, I don't really mind it. One's the mainline figure, one is the Studio Series, so there's bound to be differences. But, I didn't. So, there is our two. And then we're going to bring in Alpha-Trion. Now, size-wise, these guys are the same size, but Optimus compacts a lot. So there we have Alpha-Trion. We have our Sentinel Prime. And he's a spacecraft, so... then we'll get Bumblebee. Now, scale-wise, these two guys don't add up. But, what are you going to do about it? Now we're just going to bring in what I call Wave 1 of the Prime Changers, a new class. It's basically the deluxe size, but they just named them Prime Changers. And we'll get a little family shot like that. Alright, now, for some Prime comparison. Okay, G1. The old G1. And you can always see what they keep. They always try to keep the windows in front. They always try to give him a grill. They always try to give him smokestacks. And they always try to make him red up front and blue in the legs. So, no matter what this figure looks like, you can tell it's a Prime. And that is the Walmart reissue. And then you have their last attempt at a Cybertronian mode is just stick these on top and stick these on the bottom. Hide the wheels, and he's a Cybertronian mode. I mean, yeah. Go figure. Another Cybertronian mode is the Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. Now this guy's a Voyager, so he's a little bigger. But again, red in the front, blue in the rear. And then we've got the last movie, Rise of the Beasts. And those little differences right there. So, you know, I like this a little more rugged. So that is all our mostly Cybertronian Optimus Primes. And then we've got some of the newer movie ones and the gamer ones. So there's now all our Optimus Primes for this review. I always try to get different. I have so many Primes that he's second in my collection to Rodimus and Hot Rod. But I just wanted to show different Primes. You know, not the same ones as the Studio Series. So, back to this guy. Again, this is the Optimus Prime Orion Pax that we have coming out in next month. And I can't wait for that movie. Now, one thing I always do is I always reverse transform them. Because it's always easier one way or the other way, and I think it's just fair that you guys see both ways. And I always start as they are packaged. So he started in robot mode, and that's how I did. Now, to transform back, separate the legs, and let's get the axe out of here. Okay? And then we're going to unpeg the legs from here to there. And I guess we can do the legs now. Unpeg this, and we want to rotate it all the way around. You'll hear a snap, snap, that leg's done. Come back here. Careful not to break these. Just unsnap it. Pull this out. And that's not right. Oh yeah. That goes into there. And now he's a Gundam Walker. I don't know. Okay, so the arms. Unpeg these if they're not already pegged. Straighten them out. Again, straighten these out. And then just unpeg them from the cab. Okay, just going to lift this up. There we go. Lift this up. Okay, and then we're going to take this part, move this, fold in. Okay, now once we get about here, we got room to take this whole area and shift it down. See how I did that? And now what you can do is move these up, fold these in like that. And I know mine always pop off. Once they pop off, you're going to be forever popping them off. Okay, so this folds up. That goes down like that. Okay, then close the chest. And when you rotate this and pull this down, it'll push the head up like that. Chest is in. That snaps in back here. So take the arm again, take these, rotate these up like that. And then when you have clearance, you rotate the arms 180 degrees. Fold out the hand, rotate the arm 180, rotate the hand. And Optimus Prime, Orion Pax, is back to his robot mode. And, well, I like him. This was the last one I got because I got the Studio Series first. And then I got Alpha Trion, then Bumblebee, then Sentinel Prime. And I wasn't going to get him, but I saw some reviews how he's a completely different figure. And basically I wanted Orion Pax in my collection. Oh, look, the ear's already bent. Oh, son of a biscuit. The little ear's already bent. Look at that. I'm going to have to super glue that ear back on. But I digress. There you go. I'll fix it later. So he's not bad of a figure. Again, push his head back when you transform it. Make sure his head is straight, or else you're going to get like mine is. So a little dab of super glue will keep it there. Overall, he's a good figure. Not the greatest in the series. I think B and Sentinel Prime are probably both better than he is. But I do like the Studio Series version. And I think the next wave so far I've seen is a Quintesson. And I don't know what else is coming out. So, oh, and Megatron. So that's the only two I know for the next phase. We'll see those soon enough. Alright, and I guess that's about it. So, like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. If you want to become a member, it's either 99 cents for the core class figure, or the line, or the $1.99 deluxe class tier. I don't have any behind the scenes yet, but if you just want to help the channel, 99 cents. Hey, if 100 people put 99 cents in, that helps me a lot. Even 10 people, you know, these figures are not getting cheaper, they're getting more expensive, and this isn't my day job. I have a normal day job. I fight crime my own way in the forensics field, which one of these days I'll talk about that. But Like, subscribe to the channel. Over 1.5 thousand videos. I've got almost 3,000 subscribers. We do DC, Marvel figures, Funko Pops, Legos, new toy sightings. I've done some DVD unboxings, though not anymore because who buys DVDs? Movie reactions, and I'll do a first reaction video when Transformers 1 comes out, and then I'll do a whole review on it. So like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Till all are one. Till all are one. Optimus Prime says transform and roll out.